day. Well, every now and then she comes to visit me and brings her friends. Success, popularity, and long weekends. My happiness is round the bend. She has to be. I'm on the mend. I'm waiting on my wall.
Hello, my friends. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is the promised video where I'm doing a makeover in my kitchen nook. And I'm just starting by removing everything from the space, and I'm going ahead and filling these holes in the wall just because I will not be putting up the same artwork. It's not really artwork. I won't be putting the calendar and family photos back up. I have a different idea for the artwork in this space, but I just wanted to take you along for this process and show you how I transform this space and just elevate it and make it a more cozy space for me to work in. If you're new around here or didn't catch this video, I did move my office space into this kitchen nook. We have a built-in desk in our kitchen nook, and so I decided to use that for my desk. I used to have a large regular desk and I wanted to get rid of that, and I swapped places with our dining room table. Well, it was kind of a whole rearrange situation. We would eat here in the kitchen nook on the small table that I had in here, but it's just more comfortable to eat at our dining table, which was down in my game room. So I did kind of a rearrange my house in that previous video, which I can link that down below if you want to check that out. But I've been really enjoying having our dining room table in the space that used to be my office. It actually was initially the dining room when we first moved into this home. Like when we toured the home, it was set up as a dining room, or what's that word? Oh my gosh. It was staged as a dining room, but it's kind of transformed over the years. When we first moved in, we didn't want to have two separate spaces, like a dining room and a kitchen table, because we only owned one table, and we decided to transform that space into kind of like a playroom slash homework room, or place where my kids could do their homework. And I kind of took it over as my office once our kids were grown and no longer using that space. So, but now it is back to a dining room, and I did actually swap places with the light fixture. I used to have a chandelier in the kitchen nook, and if you watched my video where I deep cleaned my dining room, then you've already seen that I swapped places, but you'll see that again in this video, just showing you what the new light fixture looks like in this space. But I am starting at this process by sanding all of this wainscoting, because I will be painting it. And the kit that I bought is a kit that I've used before. It's by Rust-Oleum. It's called Cabinet Transformations, and they have a product in there that is essentially a liquid sander, which is what you usually use with this whole kit. However, because this wainscoting has been painted before, I thought it was important to go ahead and sand it down. I think that the product will stick better and just weather the test of time if I sand it first. So that is what I'm doing to start this project. Whenever I film makeover videos, whenever I make over a space in my home, it's always really challenging to know how much footage to take, because if you've ever done a project like this, you know how time consuming and tedious it can be, and each step is just very time consuming. So hopefully it's not too boring or repetitive, because I know that it can get that way because you just keep seeing me do the same thing over and over again. So with that said, I definitely did not film every single thing I was doing in this space, just because it was very time consuming and tedious. And also, you will see several outfit changes because I did have to do this project over the course of several days just because of how tedious it is. Whoa, okay, I did not expect this. It's my headphone case. So I'm definitely gonna need to clean things up. I guess I didn't expect it because my sander does have a little like pouch to catch some of the sanding particles, but apparently it doesn't get it all. It wasn't this bad when I was sanding my kitchen cabinets, the grayish color, but I don't know. This is a different type of paint because we had this done professionally and it's oil-based paint, so maybe that's why, but my next step is cleaning all of this up. I did make sure to clean up all of the residue from the sanding in all of this kitchen nook, on the wainscoting and the walls and all the spaces where that residue fell. I didn't film that because, again, it was like I was just trying to film just bits and pieces of this to get the picture of what I was doing in this space, but I didn't film that cleaning process. I do always get so excited to finally get to paint and just see that color go on there. There's so much prep work that goes into projects like this that it can be hard to be patient. But when I get to this place where I get to put the paint on, it's just so satisfying and so exciting. You can see in this shot that I still have my chandelier up at this point, but if you saw my video where I deep cleaned my dining room, then you know that I do swap places with the light fixture that used to be in that space, and you will see that very soon coming up here in this video.
Your 20s are for spending hours and hours pretending we have plans and we have places we should visit, but everybody knows your 20s are for...
This is a super random factoid, but one of my friends, when we used to live on the other side of Austin, she lived in my neighborhood. She worked on paint crews in the summer times in between her college years. And so she taught me a lot of like painting techniques, like how to do the cutting in to make it a lot easier. And she taught me to do like this V motion with the paint roller. I don't always do that, but sometimes it's hard in spaces to do that. But she definitely taught me some techniques on how to paint, which has served me well over the years, because even just on my channel, you've probably seen me paint so many rooms. I really love using paint to change a space, to elevate a space. It is one of the easiest and most cost-effective ways to change your space when you're bored of it or just want to do something new.
to be in love.
So as you can see here, I am painting the trim the same color as the wall. I'm carrying over that kind of saturated look from the kitchen that I did not too long ago. I can also link that video down in my description box if you want to see the transformation of doing this in my kitchen. But I decided to carry it over into this kitchen nook space, in part because of the breaks of where it was landing and from the kitchen, the transitions, I guess you could say. So, and I really, really love this saturated look. I'm kind of obsessed with it. You've probably noticed that if you know other spaces in my home. So here I decided to try to use a paint roller. My friend Rob, his channel is Rob and Sumner. He and his fiance have a channel together. He suggested using it, and I did want to give that a try. And maybe I didn't give it a fair shot or a fair try, or maybe I'm just really comfortable and used to using the paintbrush. I have painted so many wood surfaces with this cabinet transformations. I've painted all of the cabinets in our home, and I've also painted some furniture pieces as well. So I've used it quite a lot. So I'm very used to how to apply it with a paintbrush. So I decided to just go back to my roots and just use a paintbrush. But I'm sure you're watching Rob, and I did want to thank you for that idea because I do feel like that was a really great idea. And I did speed these clips up really fast because y'all, this took forever. I did have to do 2 coats, which I didn't film both coats. I just filmed the first coat because that's the most satisfying, seeing it go from white to this darker color. But yeah, it was just very time consuming because I did 2 coats of this, and then I had to do 2 coats of the top coat, which I do show you some of that, but not as much of that as just the painting the color on.
Hyper-focus my attention on you, baby. A selfish new dimension in my mind. You're exotic like a diamond. I can't shake you. My sticky Aunt Jemima, sugar high. Ooh, la la. Can I get a pure injection of you? Ooh, la la. I just wanna drink you down. Ooh, la la. I'm telling you I just can't live without you. I need you right now, 'cause you got me going. Gimme, 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 gimme that lovin'. Want you to let me get a cherry on top. I've got this feeling in my chest, a thumping. Want you to gimme, 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 don't stop. Gimme, 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 don't stop. Gimme, 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 don't stop. Hypnotize me like a cobra. Girl, you're charming. I caught you like pneumonia in my lungs. Fascinated by your figure, I get drowsy. Your fingers on the trigger, I'm your gun. Ooh, la la. Can I get a pure injection of you? Ooh, la la. I just wanna drink you down. Ooh, la la. I'm telling you I just can't live without you. I need you right now, 'cause you got me going. Gimme, 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 gimme that lovin'. Want you to let me get a cherry on top. I've got this feeling in my chest, a thumping. Yeah. Want you to gimme, 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 don't stop. Gimme, 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 don't stop. Gimme, 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 don't stop. Give me your love tonight, baby. You're taking over my mind.
And here is that protective top coat. So the paint color is called the Bond coat, and it's almost like a chalky type paint where it's very matte or like really flat. It's a flat sheen. And so this top protective coat is good so that if you get dust or food or whatever on these walls, it makes it really easy to wipe off, and it protects that paint and seals it in really nicely so that you're less likely to have chipped paint from, wear and tear. On this day, I was wearing that skirt that company sent me, the IUGA. I don't know how to pronounce it, but y'all, I absolutely love this skirt. It is so adorable, so comfortable, and it's practical because it has shorts underneath. So I can go ahead and link again my personal link down in the description box to that activewear brand. They do have a 25% off discount code that I can also link or put down in the description box in case you are interested. If you've been around a while, you know I'm totally obsessed with these paintable outlet covers, and I've been doing this in a lot of my spaces, especially those rooms where I'm doing the saturated look. I didn't film any of me painting these outlet covers, but I just get these covers from Amazon, and they're quite cheap. I think they're $2 each, but I'm replacing the other outlet covers with these paintable ones. It just, again, is little touches to elevate the space. I always say it's in the details, and I feel like the details make a big difference for the big picture. And of course, I am going to give this a once over. I am going to fully clean this space before I start the most fun part, y'all, which is styling the space. So I'm just going to get this nice and clean before I bring out all of the pieces that I'm going to be using to style this space. I did decide to buy some new drapes for this space. I talked about how this might be kind of a fail with my no buy year in my last recap of my no buy year. But you know what? I'm okay with it because I feel like it made a huge difference. Again, just elevating the space, having these drapes that are a similar family color as the color of the walls and the wood detailing. So it definitely makes a huge difference. Wait until the end until you see everything put together, and you will see what I mean, and I think you will agree.
Coming together, we're over it out the best. We need some time.
I also decided that an area rug would really round out this space. And once again, I recognize that maybe this was cheating with my no-buy year, but once again, I feel like if you see it all come together in the end, you will see my vision and see how it really ties in really well with the whole space, and it just makes it look more put together and more finished.
My tendency is rose-colored too. I could laugh, I did cry when my story upended and love was pretended again. Still I'd swear on my life, on those rose-colored glasses, you were passing me glances again. When you walk in the room, I'm elation and gloom. How many times must I learn? Rose-colored glasses, have I been here before? What will you feel like when I know you more? And what do you see through when you look at me? My tendency is rose-colored too.
Okay, I'm gonna take a moment and sit here because I am so hot right now, in part because I'm moving furniture around. So initially when I moved my office into this space, I thought about putting these chairs in here, and when I put them in here before, they felt too big, but I think it's because that chandelier was in here. But I'm not sure how I feel about the color palette. I don't know how I feel about these chairs color-wise in this space. So I'm feeling like I'm gonna move them back into the dining room and have the table and chairs here and live with that for a while and see how that works. One thing I do miss having when my office was in what is the dining room now, I miss being able to look out the window. So I was kind of thinking if I put that table by the window that I could sometimes work at the table instead of at my desk. So I think that's what I'm gonna do for now after I take a breather and get a drink of water. Oh my gosh. So that is what I'm gonna do. And here, another finishing touch, I am adding a piece of artwork. This was my favorite piece of artwork left over from the gallery wall that I had in my office space. The other pieces, I donated one of them, and then the other pieces I passed along to my son who was interested in them, but I really loved this horse artwork. Y'all, this candle smells heavenly. My husband and I got it when we went on our getaway weekend, and it just will remind me of our weekend together. And like I said, it smells so good. Okay, my friends, here are the final shots of how this space turned out. I was so pleased with how this space turned out. I just love working in there now. Thank you so much for sticking with me all the way until the end. I hope this gave you some inspiration for your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.